Happy Saturday. I don't know why I always sound like Mrs. Doubtfire, but I do. Hello, which is a damn funny movie. My favorite part is when Pierce Brosnan, when they're around the pool and he throws the lime at, or Mrs. Doubtfire throws a lime at the back of Pierce Brosnan's head. And he's like, and then he says, he must not have tipped. All right. So today I'm gonna do a little story, just a little story and a song, and I gotta go off. I have plans today, so I'm a popular lady, not. So, anyways, back when I was young, 17 years old. So it's kind of important to remember that I was a senior in high school, and back in Illinois, then it was drinking age was 19. So that's kind of important to know. It wasn't 21. For it was beer and wine was 19. Hard liquor was 21. So but anyways, we were bad kids. We were lucky because we had no cell phones, no computers. So people couldn't track us. We could do whatever we wanted. It wasn't going to be out on the internet. So believe me, we did. I said to my husband once when we were married, I said, I'm sorry, but all my guardian angels have been used up. So we're going to have to rely on yours for the rest of our life. And as it turned out, we all know, if you know me, wasn't so good. You needed guardian angels from both because I used them all up in high school and when I was 19, up to 19, man, they were gone. But anyways, so there was a group of us that would go to this bar in Wheeling, yeah, a bar, 17 years old, and it was called Champagne John's, a dump. Pretty much the losers of the area hung out there, old men, and on Saturday, they would have a band that would play the same songs over and over and over again. Hey, Good Looking was one of them. I remember that. Hey, a good looking. What you got a cooking? Not how about cooking something up with me? That was the song. So we're sitting in Champagne John's, letting old men buy us drinks, getting away with getting drinks at 17. And who walks in? This couple? And I lock eyes with her. I mean, we locked eyes, and I'm like, shit. And my friends are like, what? And I'm like, that's my business law teacher at school, Mrs. H. I'm like, oh my God. And they're like, what? So she's looking at us and she's looking around. I'm like, and I said to my friends, what makes it worse? Because they're like, so what? She's your school teacher. I go, she goes to my church. And now this was Saturday night. And my parents had already told me, we're going to church tomorrow. So I was like, great. So, because pretty much if you lived with my parents, if you hadn't graduated high school yet and they went to church, you had to go too. I don't know. I mean, they were dragging us to their misery. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so I'm like, dang. So it's the next day, we're getting ready for church, and I'm sweating. And I'm not sweating because of the beer coming out from the night before. I'm sweating because I'm like, oh my God, I'm busted. And I really didn't need that. I had just gotten out of some trouble before. So I was off of being grounded forever. And now I'm like, oh no, I'm going to get it again. So we're in church and I'm praying Mrs. H does not come to church that day. I'm sitting there, and sure enough, she walks down the aisle to go see. And I'm go doing one of these in the chair. And my dad's like, what are you doing? Oh, then sit up. Okay. So then Mrs. H sits down. I almost said her name. She sits down and she doesn't say anything. All right. And then I'm like, oh God, after church, I'm proud. That's where she's going to come up to my parents. I was convinced. So that's all. I could not tell you what happened in that hour in church because that's all that was going through my head. Mrs. H, beer, Mrs. H, Champagne John's. And I'm just sweating bullets. And I'm like, come on, let's go. I got my parents out of there so fast. They're like, what? You're such a hurry about? I wanted to get some coffee. And I'm like, no. So we got out of there. So the next day, we're in business law, sitting there. And Mrs. H says, before we start class, I want to talk to the class. So, and some of my friends knew because they were in the class. I had already told them, so they're snickering already. And she proceeds to lecture the class on drinking, underage drinking. Kid you not. And she'd look at me every once in a while, but she never ever pointed me out. But she said, This weekend I went into a place and I thought it was a pizza place. She thought it was a pizza place. I would have never eaten anything at Champagne John's, just saying. And she's like, and then I ran into somebody who was in one of my classes there. And I'm pretty sure she's not 19. I'm pretty sure she's probably 16, 17. She could be 18, but she's not 19. I was 17. And so she proceeded to lecture us about underage drinking and making smart choices. And it was really funny, but I gotta give her credit, man. I was sweating again, but she never, ever, ever called me out. She just lectured us. So, and actually, at the end of the day, that was one of my favorite classes. I actually got a B in the class, so she didn't. And for me, a B is really, really good. That's like A plus plus plus, for everybody else. But oh my God, I'm like, yeah. So we did a lot of stuff back then. I mean, that's just a little story, but oh my God, who gets busted by their teacher? I mean, story of my life. But again, luckily, we didn't have phones, we didn't have computers, so it was never online. Because I'm telling you what, I would have been online so many times. I'd probably be in the clink right now if we grew up in this time and we acted the way we did, because we were bad. There's a song, "Bad to the Bone." Okay. I do have to. I have to cut this kind of short today because I'm on the way to a baby shower. So. But I have a song parody from a TV show. And us oldies will know it. The youngsters may not. But if you do, put your name out there and say you know it, okay? All right. So are you ready for Lynn's song for the day? They called her Linny, Linny, faster than lightning. No one you see is smarter than me. And you know Linny lives in a world full of wonder. She lives in Vegas for all you to see. Everyone loves me. I'm the queen of the sea. Ever so kind and gentle is me. They call her Linny, Linny, faster than lightning. No one can see as smarter than me. And we know Linny lives in a world full of wonder. No one knows what's going on up here. So you come to Vegas, Vegas, and see what she's up to. I'm Linny, king of the sea. I am Linny, Linny, come to Vegas and see me. See if it's me who's really on the other side of the camera. I would love you to see me, having fun in Vegas. No one you know has a bigger heart than my soul. So they called her Linny, Linny, faster than lightning. No one you see is kinder than me. So come see me and Elvis hanging in Vegas. I would love that. And come see me, 'cause I'm Linny, Linny, faster than lightning. Come see me. I'll give you a C. Now I'm messing with you. Now I that's it. That's the end of the song. So listen, guys. I know that made you laugh. I hope it did. I hope hope every one of my videos makes you laugh and smile, because that is the idea of this, isn't it? What did I tell you every day? The message of the day: be happy, make somebody smile, you smile, go out in the world and love each other. Please. That's all I want. Let's stop being so uptight and quit with this side, that side. Let's get back together again. Please. Because I'm the queen of the sea, and that's what I want. So be good today. Keep on rocking and rolling, and I'll see you next time on the Vegas Baby Show. Rock and roll.